Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Connie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a project share and then I'll also be sharing with you how I put together this card. And this is for using my dies from Beebeecrafts. Um, I have used, let me get the bigger ones also. This one, I used these two hearts and it's the second to the largest and then the next one's smaller. And I'll be sharing with you again how I put this card together. And then I've also used on my smaller cards that I'll be sharing with you. And one other one, I've used some of my circles and heart dies and the squares in different sizes. So first of all, I'm going to share this card with you. This is actually an easel card that I created. I'm going to hold it up a little bit so you can see it better. It stands like this, and then it's got the word Valentine to hold it up. And then I don't know if you can see the back part, it's got the open part here. So what I did was there's a piece of acetate back here, and then I just used a print and cut that I had. I think it's from SVG Vector from Etsy, and I used some flowers and some little uh, I don't know what they're called, berry stamens or whatever from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and then I used some greenery that I cut from my stash. That flower is also from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And then I added several layers of glossy accents to the balloons they look a little bit puffier in real life. So, and then I had some Clooney lace that I added both on here underneath the pearls and then down here. So I will go ahead. I'm going to show you another winter card that I made using the square dies. And I just made a frame out of these. And this is going to be the inside, and then I use the next bigger one. Just pop that frame up. And again, the design is also from the, let's see, SVG Vector from Etsy. And then this stamp set, I'm not sure. It was gifted to me, and I'm not sure who it's from. But I've had these little, the blue pieces, the little dots are from Stampin' Up, and I've had them forever. It's nice to start using some of my stuff from my stash. And then I just used a embossing folder, and I did that after I stamped. But it's fun to take the dies you have and add and make different things with them, instead of just the same thing. So I'm just having fun making some cards, and this SVG Vector on Etsy has some really fun designs. I've got a few more. Okay, now I'm going to show you my 3x3 cards that I created. And I just used different sizes of the circle, the square, and the heart. So, these are all with print and cut, and most of the images I got from Creative Fabrica, I believe. So this is my first one, little mice here. And the sentiments are all from My Porch Prints. Definitely something, you could put your own sentiments on, do your own design and stuff, but just had fun. Some of them I made to open a flip top, and then some as a book design. I did have these cards in my file. I've had them in my stash forever, and I finally decided, you know what, I need to use them. So um, just thought this was a good time to try them. And so, yeah, this one is the book style. But just real simple to cut out the um, background in pieces with the dies. And then I just embossed the pink on this. So when you have the dies, it's so much easier to just run them through, and it's just fun and easy to create simple things, but yet, stick it in like a meal, like someone's lunch meal or something, or just with Happy Mail, just something, people just love getting little cards without even know that you're thinking of them. So it's just, and not all of these have to be used for Valentine's Day. A lot of them could be used just for anything. So, and there are a few like this, but yeah, they don't have to be. And I'll be using this in my, as you can see, larger size than a card that I'm going to be sharing with you how to make today. And these two I did just kept plain. I'm not sure why I didn't use the dies. I think I started with these two first and wasn't sure what I was going to do to see once how it all worked. So those are those cards. So now let's go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. And I apologize, I had some filming issues, so I got a little bit ahead, so I'm going to back up a little bit and show you what I'm doing here, okay? And I don't want to take this apart at all or it won't go back together. But we're going to be creating the base of this card today. Give you an idea. So I started with an 11-inch long by 4¼ inch wide. So it's going to be an A2 card and it's going to be the easel card. And I scored it at 2¾ with the 11-inch on the long side. Let's see if I can get this to focus a little better. There, hopefully that's better. So I scored at 2¾ and 5½. Standard for an easel card, basically. Then I am cutting my first base here out of the red in the print. I cut mine 1/8 inch smaller for each of them. I'm not going to give sizes because some people do cut them 1/4 inch smaller, so you be the judge of that. Now, when you're doing this and cutting things, my recommendation is keep your dies together until you are done, and then we'll cut one last piece when we take it apart. But what I did was I laid my dies face down like this and put the inside one in, and I just taped them together. And how I decided what size dies to use was I took the dies and lined them up that they fit between that 4¼ inch size. Okay. So now once you've got everything scored and you've got this first piece and it's going to go on the bottom here. Okay. And what you want to do then is fold it again in half. Lay your dies up, line them up so they're close to the top, pretty even. And then you're going to fold it back on itself. So you just have the base on the bottom. I get that out of there. I don't know what it is. It's gonna get covered up, but still. Now you've got this taped only here. We're gonna run it through the Big Shot. And this is where I thought it was filming. I'd gotten about this far and it hadn't, so I apologized for that. And I was having problems because my plates were, as you can see, my Big Shot is well loved. And if I zoom out any, I won't be able to get back proper, so I apologize. Um, so I went and got new plates on top of it, so out. So let's hope this will work. You're going through a lot of paper here, so let's see. I can already tell when I took the plates out, though, that they were a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I could tell the difference in thickness that my other ones were very well loved. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I want to see if this cut through this time. It's cutting. I don't know why I'm not getting it cut through. Let's see. Yeah, it's that my red cardstock is like 80 pound, and so I've got quite a bit of cardstock to cut through here. Just gonna do this. We'll try this. If it doesn't work, I'll just let camera a minute and do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take some more tape. I don't know where I put it. I don't want that to come apart on me. Just gonna keep going here a moment. See what, and the I have shim there on top. It's honestly like uh onion skin paper. It's been through so much. I don't know that it's really looking for a shim. This should just pop out and it's just not wanting to. Okay. I'm gonna stop the video and work on it till it gets through. Okay? I apologize. Okay, my other paper that I was using last time was a lot thinner, so uh, yeah. So here we go. We're going to take this part out, and sometimes it'll cut through the back. I don't know. This one didn't want to. So what I'm going to do, and this is really easy to do, and again, heavy paper doesn't always work. I'm just going to cut it here. So I'm cutting it on the 2 3/4 inch burnish mark, fold mark. And you know, when you're on camera, things don't film right either. Let's be honest. Okay, so see marks here. We're going to fix that. We have this piece to put inside. And I did use the white piece. Now, if on the back, oh, I'm going to get this cut a little bit straighter, but if on the back it cuts through a V here, you can also put this here, okay? Make another piece and put it here in addition to here, and it will cover everything up. But let me get this straightened out just a little bit. That's usually the case for me. When I'm on film camera, things don't go right, and otherwise everything's fine. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Don't take those apart yet. We'll need to cut 2 more things out of that. And if you're wondering what that B is, I marked it so I know what side is the bottom of my paper. So it's not completely backwards. And I want to line this up so it's just going to pop right in there, okay? So it goes like this, and get this off of here. Let's see. I will do that off camera because I'm not going to finish the whole card. Well, maybe it'll pop off sooner, easier than I thought. I'm not going to decorate the card. That I'm going to leave up to you because everybody, you know, has their own preference. So, okay. So, what you need to do, I'm going to lay this one aside quick. With this yet, and I've got mine cut, you will need a white piece or whatever the card base is that you started with, and then whatever you want to be here, whether it be glitter, regular cardstock, however you want it, okay? Once you get those two cut, then you can take your dies apart and we're going to cut an acetate piece out. Now, if you don't want to use acetate, you could use just plain, you know, plain cardstock. It does not matter. But you only want the biggest die. So this is the smaller of the two. This is the larger. You only want the larger one. And I'm going to cut mine out of acetate. I'm sorry, difficult to see on this. Okay, so I've got my piece of acetate here. Let's get stuff out of the way. And then, I lose that acetate piece like crazy. Okay, what I do, just easy, I glue my acetate on here, okay? And I'm not going to do all this, but let's say that acetate is glued on there. And then I take this piece and this piece here, okay? You're only going to put glue from the bottom up to the half mark on both of them. And then you're going to take your other piece, and this one you're going to glue, do it this way. You're going to glue the whole thing, but you want to glue this part first. And then once you get this glued on, what I do is take this piece and just glue it over the top. And then that will cover your back. Now you won't see, when I did this one, my V, the bottom of my heart, cut out. So, it's my die. This cut out in here, that V part. So I put another piece of white just to cover it. I didn't like it the way it was. This one didn't, so you don't have to do that. If yours does, you can, and then just put that down and then this. But this is how it's going to go. And then you just put your piece in here and decorate it as you wish. Put your stopper here. And I'm going to put my Valentine piece in there and decorate it. So I apologize for the problem I had cutting this. Again, it's my big shot. I am having a struggle cutting much of anything, even with new plates. So I want to thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave links to the dies that I used for Beebeecrafts. I will also leave my coupon code. It's Prairie 10, Prairie 20. So Prairie 20. And that will give you 10% off your entire order. So if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome day. Okay, I decided to pop on and finish by sharing my last card that I was showing how to make, how I created it. I did it a little bit different as far as the flower arrangement and the stamp set, and it's going to come up like this. So it's February 14th, Valentine's Day, and then it says, "So lucky to have you. So lucky to have a friend like you." Kind of a different kind of font. It's from Scrap David Designs. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, but it's got little, kind of some kind of characters or something on top. I'm not sure. But I also wanted to quick mention, if you're interested in getting free products by doing videos, like for Beebeecraft, you can get the chance if you have more than 100 subscribers on YouTube. And if you're interested, please click the link. I will leave it in the description box. You just need to complete that and send it into Beebeecrafts, and they'll get back to you if you're, one way or another. But it is a great way to get products to be able to use and share what you're doing and making. So I am so far really enjoying it. But anyway, again, I wanted to quick share this with you and say again, thank you so much for watching and joining me. Have an awesome day and take care.